Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be making a gown with a square shaped neck and an open cropped jacket or blazer as should we call it. So here is the piece I'll be using. I'm using a 1.5 inch material for the two. So I'll just go right into the video. So I'm going in by from the shoulder to the chest line. I'm taking it by 7 inches. So it's going to be 8 inches for allowance for both the upper part and the lower part. So I just summed it up to be 1 inch. So I'm just cutting out 7. Then I went in by 3.5 inches. So I joined the line. Alright, so I went ahead and cut the armhole area, and I used about 9, yeah, it's 9 inches. I used 9 inches for the armhole. You can see it vividly. I believe we all know how the armhole is cut, or rather how to get the right size. Alright, so for the bust, I went in by 8.5 inches. Alright, so I'm going in from the shoulder to the waist. I went in by 16 inches, rather 16.5 inches from my shoulder to my waist. And then from my shoulder to my hips, I went in by after going in by, yeah, that's my waistline. I went in by 16 inches for my waist, rather 16.5. Then from my waist down to my hips, it's actually 9 inches. So it may differ for different persons. Some persons might be 9, some persons 10, some persons 11. So you just have to know which category belong to, or rather what's your own size. So mine is 9 inches down. So that's 25 inches down from the shoulder. 25 inches down. Alright, so I'm going in for my waistline. I went in by 6.5 inches. So I'm just going to join the line. Then from my hips, I went in by 9 inches. So I'm just going to join the line. I'm so sorry, my camera, or rather I didn't place my camera well, and I have just realized it. So yeah, I went in by 9 inches from my waist, rather from my hips. So I'm just going to join the line. Just going to join it. Alright, so here we have the dress. It's actually a pretty one. It's actually a pretty style. Okay, so here we have it from the shoulder down. So the full length of this dress is 23 inches. Oh, sorry. The full length is about 30 inches. So I'm just going to trim out the excesses. So if you notice from the hand from below the hand. I didn't trim directly on the line. I left half an inch for sewing allowance for the hand, and then likewise the neck. I didn't directly cut on the line, so I'm just going in and on the other side with half inches. Then for the main body, I'm going to do likewise, but this time I'm just going to cut out 1 inch. Yeah, so just cut out 1 inch up and down. So if you can notice, from the hips down there's no much allowance there, but I'm just taking 1 inch up to the area where there is a lot of space. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that down part. Let me just trim out a little. So I'm just going to leave it this way. So yeah, this is it. And I'm going to be I'm using a side zip. Initially I wanted to keep the zip behind, but then I changed my mind. So yeah, I'll just keep this aside. Alright, so this is the material I'll be using for the blazers. So it's not actually much. So this was left out from the gown, and it's about 16 inches wide. 16 inches wide. So I'm just going to fold it so I can cut out the back. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to be cutting both the front and the back together, because I'm trying to manage the material. Alright, so I'm just folding it in so I can cut out the back. So for the blazers, for the back, I'm going to be for the bust line, I'm going to be cutting I'll be cutting 10 inches. I made it 10 inches. Oh, there's so much breeze. I'm just trying to so I cut out 10 inches. That's folded into 10 inches. That's approximately 20 inches wide if I'm to open up the material I cut out. And then I folded the other material that is left, and also I folded it into two. This one I'm cutting now is for the front, so I'm just going to divide it into two. Remember, it's an open cropped blazers. Alright, so I placed the front on the back. Remember, it's folded. Now this is not going to be the complete length, but I'm trying to cut out the front neck, or line out the front neck, and I'm going in by 3 inches, and then I end down by 3 inches also. Alright, so for the shoulder, I'm just going to mark 4 inches, 4.5 inches from the neck shoulder line. I want to mark out the armpit hole area, the armhole area. So it's going to be 9 approximately. I'm just going to mark out 8 inches down. So yeah. I'm so sorry. I just realized my head keeps obstructing the video, but this the much I could make out of this video. I didn't realize earlier. So I'm just going to make a slanted shoulder line by half an inch. It just gives it that slanted look and it's actually beautiful. The breeze, oh, it's really affecting my video. So I have to keep adjusting my material. The breeze is not favorable at all. Alright, so I went in by 9 inches. That's from my shoulder to my bust point. I went down rather by 9 inches. Then I'm going in by, just want to check the full length of my bust and how much allowance I would be giving. So for this jacket or blazer, I marked out 9 inches, so I'm not going to trim. So the remaining half inch would be my allowance for both sides. So yeah. Then if you notice this material, the front material that's been placed on the back of this jacket, it's shorter, the front is shorter. So I'm just going to, I would actually trim off the excess. Alright. So I'm trying to cut the back differently from the front. I went down by 2 inches for the back because I don't need the back neck to be too open. Remember, it's a blazer. So what I'll do, just going to roll up the front so I can cut out mm, it's just the front neck and the back neck that is different. The cutting is different. The armhole it's same, using same measurements. So I'm just going to hold up this front and cut out the front neck. Alright, there we go. And then I'm going to do same to the back neck. I'm just going to, since it's marked already, I'll just trim off that. And I'll go right ahead to trim off the armhole area. So here we have it. It's trimmed off. So remember I mentioned earlier that this material, they are not equal. So I'm just going to trim out. I'm just going to trim out the excess because I need it to be of same size, both the front and the back. Alright, that's it. I'm just going to keep it aside. So this is the hand. So I just folded. The material is not left much. So this is what I have. So I'm just going to cut out the hand. I believe we can cut the hand of a blazer or a dress. So yeah, just giving it that curve. But if you need me to give a tutorial on how to cut the hand of a dress, I'll do that in another video. You can just let me know in the comment section. So this is how I did, and it has this beautiful one thing. I just learned this style not too long ago, and there's just look it gives on a dress, this particular cotton. because the one I used to do is to be different from this. So yeah, where we have our two hands, I'll just keep it aside. Yeah. So I went ahead and um I went ahead and this the front. Then if you notice, I have this flap, like a flap over a pocket. So I just placed that in front of the dress. So I'm just trying to measure out for the other pocket, so you see how I did it. So it's just 3 inches. That's the size of this flap over a pocket. So I just want it to align properly, and this is it. Just going to pin it in. Just going to pin it in. Alright, so here is the dress. It's actually very beautiful. So here is the blazers. So I gave it an inner white lining landing. So I'm just going to place the two together. This dress is really beautiful. I wish you could see it like in real life. So thank you so much for watching this video. Bye for now.